I woke up today and I could not stop thinking about cookies, and my goal for my book launch is to give out party favors, so I'm going to try to make 100 cookies in the shape of mirrors. As you all know, I have a book coming out. It's called Silver and Smoke. It's about two Vietnamese actresses aspiring to become big famous stars, and the magic system involves mirrors and incense. And on the cover is this really beautiful vintage frame. I'm having a book launch in a few weeks, hosted by the Friends of the Huntington Beach Public Library. That will be an afternoon tea, and as party favors, I'm planning to make mirror-shaped cut cookies. I don't have a lot of baking experience, so this will be a fun challenge for the next 3 weeks, figuring out how to make perfectly mirror-cut cookies. My kid is going to help me. He's in the background. You probably hear him right now, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. We have our cookie pans and our mirror-shaped cookies cutters, and this is probably the one that looks most like the vintage mirror, depending on how I decorate it. But I might make a number of them in a variety of shapes. This one might be a good one too. All right, so to be honest, I started making some different cookies with my kid, but this was my first time making sugar cookies, and they turned out quite disgusting. My kid is obsessed with Among Us, so we tried making Among Us cookies, and they did not turn out great, so I'm going to try a different recipe today. I don't think I left the butter sitting at room temperature for long enough, so this is gonna take a while. Also, I didn't take the egg out early enough, and it has to also be at room temperature, so yeah, just doing things so well. I'm usually good at following instructions, but for some reason, me and baking just aren't compatible. This looks like it's the consistency of the recipe. And now, the recipe that I'm using, and I'm gonna add the egg. So the egg is not quite at room temperature, so I had this bright idea to just tuck it in my pocket and walk around for a little bit, and hopefully that'll help speed things up. Okay, here we go. This doesn't look quite as easy as they make it seem in the video, but so far it's not that bad either. I don't know why, but I avoided using my mixer, and I think I'm going to use my mixer with the next batch. I give up. For some reason this recipe uses spatula only, and it's getting too hard, so I'm gonna dust off my mixer and see if that speeds things up. Now it's time to add in the chocolate and flour. This feels like a lot of flour and chocolate powder compared to the butter ratio, but we'll see how it turns out. This is more physically tiring than I expected, to be honest. The consistency of this dough looks nothing like the video, and I don't know what I did wrong, so I'm gonna try to finish it and see if it actually works. Guys, I tried so hard to follow this recipe and it's just not working, so I'm gonna add an extra thing of butter to maybe make it not so crumbly. That was not a good idea. Adding more butter. I don't know if this recipe is just now not worth it anymore. I don't know what to do. Digging my fingers in there might help. I don't know how, but guys, I'm tempted to just throw this away. I don't know what's happening. It's fun to play with though, so for that alone, I guess this was worth a try. The nice thing is that it smells really good. Chocolate and butter and sugar. I'm tired. Can I give up? As usual, I knew this was going to be a disaster. I just didn't realize how much cookie dough all over my computer. Okay, this looks a little bit better. And I'm gonna try to roll it out now. I'm so tired. Maybe I should just give up. No, I'm not gonna give up. I wanted to do this and I will. Damn it. Okay. I thought I bought a rolling pin when I was at the market and I can't find it. So either I didn't buy it or it got lost somewhere. So I'm gonna put this, try to flatten it as best as I can, and then cool it for like 10 minutes. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Like, can I just give up? Okay, no, I cannot. So I bought like a nesting pan, and I have this brilliant idea to just flatten it. So let's see how it turns out. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. So not the best, but also not the worst. Apparently with this recipe, you're supposed to chill this dough for like 1 to 2 hours, and you know, it might never make it out of the fridge. So I guess we'll see if I even come back to this. This plan is not working because it's just sticking to the top pan. So this this is a disaster. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna finish it. It's kind of a relief to have to put this in the fridge for 1 or 2 hours as I contemplate my life and my choices and my life choices. Okay, so I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna put these in the freezer for an hour, and then I'm going to try to make a batch with the remaining dough without chilling them and see how that goes. I doubt it will go well, but it's okay. It's okay. This is my first time making it like this, so I'm really trying not to beat myself up, even though I know this is gonna turn into a shit show. I'll just freeze it for like 30 minutes. And now I have a little bit left. I'm gonna try to make a batch without chilling it first. But this is not a no-chill recipe, so we'll see how it goes. Like, all I can do is laugh at this point. I'm just not gonna even bother trying to get this right anymore. This is clearly not gonna work, so I'm just gonna bake it and see what happens. I wash my hands of this batch. I will try again in the next batch. The cookies themselves turned out pretty decent. Definitely passed my kids' taste test, but the shape of it is not the best, and I will try it with a chilled batch in a few hours. So I guess it wasn't as disastrous as I thought it would be, but I definitely have a long way to go, so stay tuned. So these are the chilled ones, and they actually turned out much better. Woohoo! Still quite a disastrous day, but not as bad as I thought. Okay, these are straight out of the oven, and they actually turned out pretty well. So not a disaster after all, but again, still more work to do.
Love you, Daddy.
I learned a few things from my first attempt, which is one, I did not let the butter or the egg get to room temperature, which I know, silly me. And then I did not actually have a rolling pin, so I couldn't make the cookies uniform, but I went and bought a notch rolling pin, so I will be able to make cookies that are exactly 1/4 of an inch thick. So I'm excited to do that. I also got some parchment paper and food coloring to do some actual decorating this time. It even came with a nice silicone rolling mat. I don't know if I'm actually going to use this. Alright guys, so I don't know what happened, but somehow 3 weeks went by and I did not perfect the cookies. Judging from how the first day went, I don't think that this was ever a viable plan. But I still want to get back to the attendees in some way. So I decided to make party favors instead. I went out and got silver organza bags. Instead of a mirror-shaped cookie, I got an actual mirror, as well as some incense, which will make a lot of sense once you read the book. I also added in some Hollywood-themed confetti, and then I just spent like an evening stuffing these bags. Of course, as soon as I was done stuffing like 100 bags, I realized that I needed to put some sort of calling card. Since I didn't make bookmarks for Silver and Smoke, I ended up making my own business cards and printing and cutting them out myself, and then restuffing all the bags again. It turned out really amazing. These bags were so pretty and it gave me a chance to pitch the book to everyone who asked about all the items. And the event itself was amazing, and I'm gonna make another vlog on that if you want to stay tuned to watch that one. But spoiler alert, it was wonderful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.